Tea Leaves Programming. Today we're gaming like it's 1979. We're going to continue our playthrough of System Syzygy, the homage to Systems Twilight, which is an homage to 3 and 3. This is part 2. So where did we leave off? We've done some of these initial puzzles, and we can continue. So where shall we go next? This room with the gears looks kind of interesting. Let's check that out. It just seems a little bit of a Joker-like character. Trickster, that's the word I was looking for. Okay, so we have the word maximize, and we have a bunch of buttons. What do those buttons do? Let's see, vowel with a down arrow. Okay, that looks like it changes each vowel into the previous value. So I becomes E, E becomes A, A becomes U, so there's no Y, I guess. 7, 11. Not sure what that did. Change these two. Roman divided by 10. Okay, so a lot of these are Roman letters. So M divided by 10 is going to be C. L divided by 10 is going to be V, or 5, because L is 50. X is 10, so that's going to be 1, or I. Okay. 2 over 3, 6 over 7. Okay, it looks like that swaps those. So this takes the first half of the word and moves it to the second half of the word. And interestingly, 2 and 3 and 6 and 7 are in the same place. So the order of operations, these two, what's the word I'm looking for? These two are commutative, right? Is that the word? I think it's the word. It's early in the morning. I haven't had my tea yet. It's a cold, snowy day here in Pittsburgh. Let's do that. Interesting. That's starting to look like something. Third equals R is probably going to change that into an R. That's going to be a C when we do the Roman. We want the second letter to be R, so we're going to do this next. And then we're going to swap these. Then we vowelize. And now the Roman. Got us there. The author really, one of the interesting things about this game that make it an homage rather than just a game in the same genre is the things the author took from Systems Twilight are not just the mechanics. And in fact, I think the mechanics of these puzzles are really quite different from Systems Twilight, with the exception of a lift puzzle that we'll talk about later, which is really straight out of 3 and 3. But he borrowed the vibe, even though the setting is different. He borrowed the weird shapes of the characters. He borrowed the dry way in which they talk. And I want to be clear that I'm not like making some negative accusation. Oh, he's copying, right? It's clearly he loved that game and wanted to make something like it. And I am legitimately impressed. And I think that's hard to pull off. I think that if I went to make my own version of Systems Twilight and copy copy those attributes. If I was copying those attributes, I would end up with something that was a lot more like Systems Twilight than this is. So this really is a synthesis of kind of the vibe of Systems Twilight and some of the types of expression, but this author's creative intent also. And I think that's great. Fab unit. It's fab. Fab gear. Okay, so what have we got here? This is the pattern we're trying to make. Let's click on that. Wait, what just happened? Did he change anything? All right, red is in the upper right, green is in the upper left. I'm going to do that again. Okay, he doesn't actually change it. That's good. If we work row by row from top to bottom. All right, so our top row needs to be yellow. Grab this. Looks like we can turn things. Oh, that's very cute. So we can turn any gear. And then if a dot is on two gears, either gear can turn it. You're going to hear a lot of clicks while I do this. I still have not sorted out the mic issues. The way this game does audio means that I cannot route it separately to my headphones, at least on Mac. And I'm playing on Mac, so you get to hear the sounds in the air through my mic. Sorry. We want this one here. This can move over. And that's our top row. Next row needs to be red. So again, we're just going to do the Rubik's Cube thing. Move one down, change it, and then restore it. Move down, change it, restore it. And that's red, second row. So now we want green. Well, this one happens to be easy there. Right. And that's green. Next, we have a row of reds. These two, by luck, are already there. And over here. All right, and now we've got the first four rows. Yellow's in the middle. Again, we got lucky. Got a few there. We just need one more. So to do that, since it's on a different place, a different disk. Five rows. We need reds. This should be... I think to get the red, it's like I gotta swap these two. If I do that, then the red is in the right place, but I've messed up that one. I think I have to do a store and restore type thing. But if I do that, and those go away, I'm going to make things worse. This one's tricky. What am I getting wrong? Do that. Put that back. Yeah, kind of a distort and restore the other way. Fab gear! Presumably, we're going to unscramble this word at some point. Maybe? I'm going to be nibbling on this from time to time. I'm going to take my time with this. I'm going to film these when I feel the urge. You may see my outfit change, continuity errors. All right, so what have we got? Why am I bothering fixing this? Lots of sarcastic characters in this game. All right, so another case where we're given a pattern and we need to make it look like that pattern. How hard could it be? If I just ignore one color and focus on the other two. All right. Let's focus on green first. Green for go. Okay. And so the way this works is a hole is basically a teleport. So if I move this one slot to the right, that green went there. Okay. I'm just going to apply the Rubik's Cube method here, as always. I haven't done any of those yet, so I think this is all free to move. Okay, so we've got that green, that green. We gotta get these 4 squares green. That seems hard. In particular, I feel like we're probably going to mess things up. But I'm going to go for it anyway. All right, so now we have this one needs to get here. I'm going to do this, move that down, move that back. We're good. Now I have to get this over here. It's tricky. And here I'm kind of boxed in a bit. What happens if I move this over here? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to... It's not really cheating. Down, back over. And now I have to move this here, which seems like an easier problem to me. Because I can store that down 1, move this down, and then restore it. All right, all of our greens are now done. So do we do red or blue next? Let's do, because it doesn't really matter, let's do red next. So I would like to there. Up. Restore this. and then restore this. So I have to kind of restore things in two different directions. Yeah, that's tough. So this goes... Can I actually do that? Yes, I can go up. Move this here. Push it down. And move it back. No, I actually messed things up by that. Oops. Up, over, down, left. I haven't figured out how to do a swap. That's the problem. Alright, so this should be the easiest possible thing, right? I just got to swap these two. And if I can't figure out a swap, I'm not going to be able to fix. I'm not going to be able to finish this. So. Let's go left, down, right, up. Not quite a swap. I did get the green in the right place. But I still haven't figured out how to swap things. This needs to be blue. Okay. I want a red here. Left. Now I'm going to red here. Left, up, right. I'm probably making it difficult for myself by doing the middle next, right? Well, whatever. So we want that. Left, up, right, down. That's good. Same thing here. Left, oops, that's tricky. The holes make manipulating this a little tricky, so I want to move left 2. Left, up, right 2. This one here. Left 2, down, right 2, up. And lastly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, up 2. I think that's it. Wow, an apology. Orgasm. Orgasm. Smashed life support sensors. All right, so this is isomorphic to the lift puzzles in 3 and 3. Let's see how this works. Click the arrow buttons to move a platform to the left or right. Possible to do this without smacking myself in the face. Well, that sounds good. All right, so we've got a number here. I'm presuming that number is how far it's moving. How many slots? Oh, this is terrible. So I need to move, if I jump up here, then there's no way to get this back in place. So I need to move that there, move this out of the way. Oh my God, that took way too long. I'm cutting out all of the flailing. If you do this and you're like, well, Peter B did it in like 3 minutes. No, I just cut out the, feels like half hour I spent clicking randomly on this. Don't like these puzzles. Okay. Arrange the front faces. The cubes are all the same. That's a good hint. Easier than it looks. I like that. All right, so that one's already red. Looks like we moved the entire row and column. So let's see, do we need to do this? Let's do it a row at a time. We'll do the top row first. Top row's done. So now we want to preserve this top row. So what we can do is move it in the opposite direction of what we're about to move. A little bit of lag on this puzzle. I don't know if that's the UI or, in other words, I don't know if it's deliberate to make it feel like you're turning it or if it's just a bug. Purple, same thing. Turn that the wrong way, and then turn that back. Yeah, that's 2 rows. We need blue here. We can do that for free. These 2 to be purple. Turn both of those rows. Purple, purple. Turn both of those rows back. And we lucked out. That's already green. That's already green. Let's see. Since that's green, we're going to turn that there, and then turn that back. Store and restore. Now we need blue. Okay, so turn all these to the right, let's say. Turn this one down. Turn these all to the left. One more block. Needs to be blue. So turn these all to the right. Turn them all to the left. Easy. Except I'm wrong. What did I do wrong? I messed one up. Messed that up. Turn these all to the right. All to the left. Yay. All right, we've made some good progress, so I think this is a good place to cut part 2, and I will see you down the line for more of System Syzygy. Also, I have not forgotten that we are still theoretically in the middle of a Let's Play of 3 and 3. We will be getting back to that as well. I'd like to thank you for joining me today. The channel is Tea Leaves Programming. We're gaming like it's 1979. Thanks for watching.